Welcome once again. This is Magic with Class, and we have right here, right in front of us, a Commander Legends Collector box, an entire sealed box. So we're going to crack it open. We're going to see what we get. Obviously, I think you know the three cards we are looking for in this set. We are looking for Jeweled Lotus. We are looking for Mana Drain, and we are looking for Vampiric Tutor. Hopefully we can get all of them in foil or in the extended art. However, the pull rate is not particularly high for any of those cards. So we're going to have to see what we get. I'm having a hard time opening this box, so let me just use my keys to open it up. There we go. Try not to damage the box of the cards here, but that wrapper was on pretty tight. So these were actually a lot smaller than I thought. In videos and online, they look much bigger than what they actually are. It's actually quite a small box. Alright. And this is actually the first time I have purchased a collector box of any type. These do not have like a box topper or anything, but here we are. So wish me luck. Hopefully I get some awesome pulls. And hopefully luck is with me. So these have less cards in them as well compared to the draft boosters. I opened up a draft box recently and I honestly didn't get anything too awesome. Let me take my time, especially for the first couple, to see what interesting things I get. Okay, so we have Farhaven Elf, Howling Golem, Blade Brand, Sisei's Ring, Rupture Spire. Our first, I have a extended art Kodama's Reach in foil, which is not the best hit. Then I got a Boros Charm, Nadia, Agent of Duskanal, Toggle, Goblin Weaponsmith. Okay, first decent hit of the pack was a Rings of Brighthearth, and I don't even know what order I'm going to put in these. This is a non-foil extended art Command Tower, a non-foil extended art Aurora Phoenix, and now we're on to the three foil etched cards. The first one is Arden, Intrepid Archaeologist. Then we have the kind of the Blast from the Past slot. In this one we have Sidar, Kondo of Jamora. And finally we have Yurlok of Scorch Thrash. And I just realized I am putting these backwards. Let me have them face you guys so that you can see what I am pulling. There we go. And we do have a foil token. It's a Soldier Dragon token right here. Let me pull, nope, wrong way. Let me pull this a little this way so you can get a better view. Yep, that should be alright. Up to pack 2. That pack was not the greatest, I will say. No big hits. Well, the Rings of Brighthearth is decent. Alright. So second pack. And we are starting with Path of Ancestry. We have Ravaging Goblin, Ancient Animus, Charcoal Diamond, Always kind of good to see these in foil. We have the ever prevalent prismatic Piper, which is a common legendary. That's fun. We have Strength of the Pack, and then we have Path of Ancestry. In the uncommon slot, we have Tekic, Salvage Splicer, and we have Livio, Oathsworn Sentinel as well. For the extended art in foil, we have Emberwild Captain. I'll put that right here for now. Mole Drifter, non-foil, extended art. These cards, the extended arts especially, are very beautiful. Nevernal's Disc, and now for the etched, we have, the first one is Kanji, Sky Warden. Then we have Ikra Shadiki, the Usurper, and Jared Carthalion, True Heir. So nothing too spicy as of yet. I'm definitely hoping that we pull something out of these small boosters, only 12 packs in total. There we go. I think you can see it a little better now. So this is pack 3. I must say the foil etch cards are very nice looking. Foiling on them is rather interesting. I think they may be the future of foils in general. I would not be surprised. Or at the very least, I think we will see them more often than we are seeing them right now. So on to the next pack. Finclage Fugitives. Foil Command Tower, which is pretty cool. We have Scholar of Stars. Fire Diamond, another in the Diamond cycle. Those are not bad for common foils. Scrap Diver Servant. We have the Witches as our uncommon. I'll just put it in this pile. And I'm sorry if my piles are a little all over the place. I do at the end go over them once more and try to straighten them out a little bit more. We have Lightning Rig Crew. And for the uncommon legendary, we have Rebecca, Architect of Ascension. And we also have Jury, Master of the Review. And here is a foil training center, the first foil in this cycle of lands, and a non-foil extended art, Tamir Battle Rage. Oh, and this one had actually not one, but 2 of these special lands. We got Undergrowth Stadium and we got Training Center. These lands are pretty good, I must say. So for the etched, we got Galanra, Caller of Wirewood. Ooh, and this one is pretty spicy. We have Timna, the Weaver, very nice. And we also got a Kodama of the East Tree. So this was a pretty good pack. Right there, Kodama is an excellent commander. Timna the Weaver is a great partner, widely considered one of the better partners in dual colors. Obviously, Thrasios is probably better still. And we also got 2 of the lands in the cycle, and those are a little pricey as well. Those are some of the better rares in the entire set, and we got 2 in that pack. So I would say that was the best pack so far. The Rings of Brighthearth was not a bad card either. Sorry, this is trying to open this pack. There we go. Then we have the token, another Warrior Angel, Elf Warrior Angel. Okay. So let's see what we have here. We have Renegade Tactics, Ninth Bridge Patrol, Forceful Denial, interesting. Counterspell with Cascade, that's different. We have Molder Beast, Silverback Shaman. We have Gilt Leaf Winnower, which I'm glad is downgraded to uncommon. I believe that was a rare at one point. We have an Arcane Signet in foil, which is pretty Nice, I'll put that right here. Now we have Siani, Eye of the Storm in foil. Uh, Numa, Jorger Chieftain, an elf with partner, although I think there are better legendaries for the elf tribe. And speaking of elves, our foil rare is Root Weaver Druid. We have a non-foil Victimize. This is I believe, our first mythic of the pack. It is non-foil, a Sphinx of the Second Sun, non-foil extended art. We have Alaharu, Solemn Ritualist, as our etched foil, or foil etched, I should say. We have Kaideli, Chosen of Krufix, in foil etched, and our last foil etched is Hans Eriksson. Oh, Sophie, it's going to be such a great day. And we have a token, a monarch, foil monarch token in the front, and then a soldier on the back. Let me make these piles a little cleaner. It's really hard to know what you're going to get out of the commander boosters. The probability rate is actually pretty confusing. So excuse my piles if they're not quite how you would place your piles. Let me clean this up a little. As I said, I've never opened one of these before, so I'll just throw the tokens off on the side. I don't think people particularly care about the tokens, although they are very nice that they are double-sided and in foil. Makes them more useful overall, I would say. Next pack, and we are actually almost done with the box. We have Benevolent Blessing, Seer's Lantern, and I gotta say, the foils in this Commander Collector box look a little different from the ones that I opened in the draft boosters. They're not quite as dulled. There we go. I'll go through the commons a little bit quicker, even though I don't even know where the commons stop and the uncommons begin right here. So we have Angelic Armaments as our uncommon. We have a Volcanic Turret. Let's get a little closer. We have our uncommon legendary creature, Abomination of Lorna, and another uncommon legendary, Kellis Sunmane Familiar, the first ever legendary horse, and it also is part of a cycle. This is not a bad pull right here. We have a foil Hull Breacher, one of the better rares in the entire set, and I actually opened a non-foil Hull Breacher in my draft booster. So we have an extended art but non-foil Abrade. And our rare is, I believe this is extended art. It is non-foil, however. Austere Command doesn't see quite the amount of play that it used to in Commander, but overall still a very good card. Catches a lot of things. Doesn't catch Planeswalkers though. So for our etch, we have Jury, Master of the Reveal. We have, oh, this is a good hit as well. We have Muldrotha, the Gravetide. Very gorgeous art. I especially like the gold framing. And our last one is Nimrus, Juana's Trickster, courtesy of Lauren. I actually underrated this card. I didn't realize that you could draw if you cast on each of your opponent's turns. So obviously it's better in multiplayer, and the token is a salamander. So I was turned off a little by the 1 power, but I think I'm coming around to it. And I kind of wanted it to be a fairy knight as well, but, oh, I'm sorry, it is a fairy knight. I wanted it to be a fairy rogue, because a lot of the fairies in Lauren are rogues, and rogue is also a supported type that is seeing a ton of standard play, so, always looking to put standard decks into commander style decks after they rotate out. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the commons very quickly. Sky Diamond, pretty good. Viserys Seer, also a decent card. Vow of Wilderness. These foils actually look a bit more faded. Vow of Wilderness. Foil. Swords to Plowshare. That's an uncommon. I should put that in this column. Probably this one too, right? Yeah. Falthus, Shadowcat Familiar. We were talking about the horse being the white aligned familiar in the cycle. Here is the Nightmare Cat, which is the black aligned familiar in the cycle. They make decent partner commanders. Here's another copy of Hans Eriksson, this time just a regular foil. Oh, not bad. This is a foil command beacon, so that's a decent hit. Command beacon is a lot more expensive than I remember it being. And we have a non-foil counter spell, but it is extended art. We have just a regular rare, a Court of Ambition. And here are our 3 etched foils. This is the etched foil slot. We have Slurk, All Ingesting. I love that name for an ooze. It's very nice. We have our Nekusar, the Mind Razor, also not a bad etched foil. And lastly, we have Belby, the Corrupted, in etched foil. And here's the treasure token. Okay, let's keep going. We have how many packs left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are more than halfway through this box. So far, we did not hit Vampiric Tutor, or Scroll Rack, or Mana Drain, or Jeweled Lotus. But perhaps those cards are hidden in one of these packs that have not yet been opened. So we're going to start with the foil Preordain, which is quite good. Let's go a little quicker through these commons. Nothing too spicy in the common slot. Vow of Flight, that's an uncommon. Part of the Vow cycle. Not my favorite cycle in Magic, but a lot of people like it. Revenant. I guess he always has to follow Han Eriksson around. And here is a legendary creature. Just a regular foil uncommon. Armix. Filgary Thrasher. And another regular foil uncommon legendary. Arumi of the Dead. Tide. This is a commander based on the mechanic Encore, which is pretty interesting. Encore saw a lot of cards in these colors, black and blue. And here we have our foil extended card in Horizon Stone. Another Swords to Plowshare, this time non-foil. We have an extended Keeper of the Accord, also non-foil. And now our 3 etched. We have Ghost of Ramirez de Pietro. We have, well, that should go here, right? No, my piles. They're coming undone. Now we have Ludwig, the Necro Alchemist. And finally, we have Liesa, Shroud of Dusk. Lovely young angel. She is, of course, one of the Avacyn sisters who died before the original Innistrad block. She would work with demons. I guess that's why her color identity is part black. She would work with demons and devils and other unholy creatures of Innistrad, and Avacyn was very against it. But she felt like the only way to stomp out evil is to understand it, and Avacyn disagreed, so Liesa had to go, I guess, and Avacyn got rid of her. Alright, so we're going to go through the commons. Weird foiling for the common foils, a little faded. We have an extended art foil Preordain, which is not the biggest hit, but it's okay. We have Slurk, all ingesting. Still a great name. Not the best card. As oozes get more support, I'm sure it'll be a better card in the future. Okay, then we have Kedis, Emberclaw, familiar. The red partner in the familiar cycle. And I've seen a lot of people experimenting with this card, building decks around this card, so we'll see. We have a foil Zat's Will, and we have an extended art non-foil Coiling Oracle right here. We have a non-foil again, Mythic Hellkite Cursor, an extended art that's very beautiful. This is going to be very good in Kiki-Jiki commander decks, if there are many. There aren't many that I've seen, but this is like a 2-card combo. All you need is Hellkite Cursor, a Sacrifice Outlet, and the ability to cast Kiki-Jiki from your command zone. Of course, in any red deck, if you have those 3 cards, you can go off, but it's kind of cool to have the combo piece in your command zone. Also, of course, it's excellent in Kalia of the Vast decks. I don't even think that needs an explanation, really. Obviously, all Kalia decks will be running this. Pretty cheap in its non-extended art form. Only like $4, but I think it'll eventually go up. So now for the etched, we have a multi-celebrant of Bounty. Not bad. It's a Cascade commander, but I think it'll see more playing in the 99 of Cascade decks than actually being the commander of a Cascade deck. Now we have Karametra, God of Harvest, part of the God cycle in original Theros. Of course, they didn't really do the 2-color gods in Theros Beyond. They only focus on the mono-colored gods mostly. And of course, there was the new red-green God of Destiny. And as the special buy a box promo, there was the black-white god, and they included the black-white god whose name escapes me. He's meant to be Charon, the person who ferries people on the river Styx. Well, since the set was about the graveyard, not the graveyard, about Elspeth escaping the underworld, they threw him in there. And the last one is Averna, the Chaos Bloom, another Cascade card. And we're just going to keep right on going. We have, after this, we have 4 packs remaining. After I open this one. Oof. Right. Come on, man. I thought these packs would be easier to open. I've seen everyone opening the pack so smoothly. Okay, there we go. You gotta be careful, you don't know what you're gonna hit. Okay. So we have nothing too good. Raise the Alarm, decent in token decks. I like the fact that it is instant speed. Here's a Pirate. Alright, now we got to our uncommons. We have our Codex Shredder, which saw play at one point in extended formats. I think Legacy, I don't think it was Modern play. But it did see play. We have Coastline Marauders, Tormod the Desecrator, Dalis, Reverend Medium, and our rare is Sweet Gum Recluse, another Cascade card though. So this was full of cards to make a Cascade deck, so I might have to go ahead and make one. Our extended art non-foil is Myriad Landscape, which I believe is going up in value. We also have a extended non-foil Sakashima's Protege, which is okay. It is a rare. We have an etched Breaches. We have an etched Ishai Ajutai Dragon Speaker. And finally, an etched Krark the Thumbless. Another kind of meme card. He was not a character in the Maraudin novels, but he was mentioned quite a bit. He actually went into the core of Rodin before anyone really knew that the core was something that you could enter, that the core was hollow. And he wrote about it in a book that they still used long after his death. However, because he wrote such crazy things in that book, the goblins declared him a heretic and they got rid of him. Seems to be a common theme. Let's keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 5 are just commons, and none of them were really worth mentioning. Then we have our arcane signet, which is foil. Can't have too many of these lying around. Now we have a thirst for knowledge foil. We have a Glacian Power Stone Engineer. One of the worst, in my opinion, uncommon legendaries in the set. Not a big fan of him. And considering he created the Might Stone and the Weak Stone that the brothers Ursa and Mishra used, could have made his card a little more powerful in my opinion. Alright, so we have Kanji, Skywarden, and we have a mythic rare foil in Triumphant Reckoning, which is not the best mythic rare foil to open, but nonetheless it is a mythic rare that is in foil. Our extended art is Burnished Heart, very nice looking, and we also have a non-foil extended art, Magus of the Order. This is a good card, better card than I think people realize. It's a natural order, right? So we have Armix Filgry Thrasher as our very gorgeous looking foil etched card. We have a Bruzetarl Boorish Herder, also foil etched. And finally we have Nevernerl Orberg Tyrant. I think we also opened his disc, which actually works very well with him. A lot of people are interested in brewing an Esper deck using Nevernerl. He's a little different from the other Esper commanders, I think. And we always want more diversity in our commanders, especially commanders in specific color combinations that usually get shoehorned into specific strategies. We don't really want that. We want a lot of our commanders to be very different from one another, so we can make a whole bunch of different decks. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Dragon Egg. Let's see what the uncommons are. We have a Scaled Behemoth. We have a foil extended art Abrade. Nice looking. Abrade was in Amonkhet block, I believe. And at the time, a lot of people were very impressed at the power level of that card, and red in general. We have Gilanra, Caller of Wirewood, foil. Uncommon, though. Next, we have Averna, the Chaos Bloom. We opened a foil etched version of Averna, and now we have an extended art Immaculate Magistrate, which is probably one of the worst extended art foils to actually get. I don't know why they made Immaculate Magistrate a rare. I think it could have easily have been uncommon in this set. This is probably one of the more disappointing rares. So, extended art non-foil, we have Arcane Denial. First Arcane Denial I've opened. And also we have a Rakshasa? Yes, I think that's how you pronounce it. Rakshasa the Baser, Cat Demon from the Khans block. And now we have our foil etched cards, or etched foils. I've seen people call them different things. We have Tuya, Bearclaw, also from Khans block. Well, a character that would be from Khans of Tarkir, the Tarkir plane. Now we have Tana, the Bloodsower. Not a bad partner. And lastly, we have Quain, Internant Meddler. So, we're down to one final pack. Will we open something amazing? Will we continue to strike out? we shall see very shortly as soon as I'm able to get this pack open. I have to admit we didn't really open anything great here. Hopefully, I have one more collector box that I will be opening within the next few days, and hopefully we will see something absolutely amazing in that other collector's box. But I'm hoping that this last pack has something great. Fleshbag Marauder, Champion of the Flame, Drainage Assistant, Seraph of Dawn, Workshop Assistant. Those are common foils. Place them right here. Now, a card I'm glad got downshifted to uncommon. It's a mass removal card in white, Slaughter the Strong. But I would not have liked to have opened that in as a rare, so glad they downshifted it. Okay, is that a scratch on this card? No. Wait, is it? I don't think so. Confiscate. Uncommon Legendary, Miara, Dawn of the Glade. If I had to make a black-green elf deck, and I wanted to use two partners that were both elves, I would probably choose this one. You know, she's an elf scout, but I read that in the bio on her that she was like an assassin, so I don't know why she didn't get the assassin creature type, which was actually a supported type in the Lorne Shadowmoor era, even if it wasn't really expanded upon much. Next we have Captain Vargas Wrath, who I think is better in the 99 of a pirate deck than as the actual commander. Oh, and here is the first time I've opened this card. It's a foil. Promise of Tomorrow. There'll always be a morning after. If you can hold on through the turn, all your creatures will come back, sir. You just need to wait your turn. Okay. Kumbudge Witches as a non-foil extended. Ooh. Sorry about that. We have an Elfish Dreadlord, another non-foil extended, this time a rare. Not horrible if you can activate him for his Encore ability. Then he can give, if you have three opponents, at the end of the turn where you've Encored him, he can give -9/-9 to all non-elf creatures, which is, it's something. So I think we struck out in this last pack. We have Essior, Wardwing Familiar, as our foil uncommon etched. I think we opened every one in the cycle in some form or another. This is the blue one, we opened the white one, we opened the black one, we opened the red one. Well, I don't think we opened the green one in this opening, but I did open the green one in the regular draft booster. I did open at least one. So we have a Carry Line Slinger as the old school foil etched partner. And finally we have again Arcanum Weaver. And I was looking at enchantments to use with this guy, and I gotta be honest, I was actually surprised there were not more high cost enchantments to use in his deck, because I was trying to cheat a whole bunch of high cost enchantments into play using his ability, and there weren't as many as I thought in these colors, but hopefully over time they will print more. So that is my collector box. Hey guys, so you can tell me what you think. Did I strike out here? Did I pull something worth pulling? This is Magic with Class. I'm Jeremy Class, and I'm always reminding you to gather with class, like, subscribe. All week I will be posting videos of box openings of either Commander Legends draft boxes or the other Commander Legends collector box that I have. Hopefully I can pull something a little spicier in that box. Good night, everyone.